Welcome to Crowcombe Heathfield railway station. This is an outstanding location for steam railway engines to pass through this historic and significant little railway station. That said, this little railway station was revived by hard-working, vigilant volunteers who sought to restore it to former glories in the mid-1970s. To my right is a throwback to the glorious days of steam, when railway really did rule the roost. And this glorious engine here is so typical of many, today cared for and nurtured by committed experts and volunteers, but still, as the crowd behind me continues to gather, a testament to the continued popularity and the revival of interest in steam railway throughout Britain. This station, since being restored in the mid-1970s, continues to attract tourists and visitors alike from right the way across Europe. The station itself remains as active as it is today, largely between the months of March and October, and trains come through here on a daily basis. Chris, great to see you. I'm so delighted you're running this marvellous piece of engineering. What makes this tick? What makes you tick? Why is this so special to you, this train, this station and the whole network?
This station, Crowcombe, is a gorgeous station. The climb up here from Lydiard is amazing. With the two of the engines a minute ago, the noise we were making as we come up it just makes the day. This engine in particular was one of the first model engines I ever bought, so I'm really glad that I managed to get a turn on it this time, this Gala.
And so presumably running a train such as this is something you find very straightforward. Do you feel in command, or do you feel that it controls you?
Sometimes they control us, sometimes you can control them, as you can tell a minute ago the noise she was making. But no, it's really good to get used to them.
That's wonderful. And will you work on this route throughout the day, or will you work in shifts?
We go down and we sit at Minehead for about 2.5, 3 hours, I think, and then we come back up here later with the 45.
Chris, lovely. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, green flag right away.
With me here at Crowcombe, I have John Oldfield. Why are you here, and what's attracted you to Crowcombe?
I came here, sitting down like the other people do, drinking tea and enjoying myself. And then the staff that were on, I got on with all those, and then I decided I was going to join and do the station itself. So now I'm a volunteer on here. So I really enjoy it. I like talking to people and getting on with them, and I really enjoy this station because it's so scenic and quiet and peaceful.
Now, does your love affair with railway stations and engineering go back many years?
It goes back from to childhood, because I travelled on the footplate on many a train when I was in my 10 to 15 year old, because my father used to work in the signal box. So I used to go and visit him on the signal box, and then we used to catch the train back to where we lived on the footplate of the train. So that's how everything started with me. But I didn't work on the railway in my career. I worked in a quarry.
And you look as happy as Larry, so you'll be hoping to do this for a few more years to come, no doubt.
Oh yes, it's all holidays this. You can't beat this for being on holiday, can you?
You certainly can't, John. John, thank you very much indeed for your time. Enjoy the day, the sun is out, and perhaps even now the best is yet to be. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Thank you, John.
Thank you. You're quite welcome. Thank you very much.
With me all the way from Burnham-on-Sea, we have Zach and Millie and Mum, who come down to enjoy the trains for the day. Now, let me ask you, Zach, first of all, have you enjoyed today?
Yeah.
And have you enjoyed today, Millie?
Yes.
What's been the best part of the day, Zach, so far, apart from being interviewed now?
Seeing the train.
Seeing the trains. And what about you, Millie?
Seeing the trains as well.
Now, Millie, what when you say seeing the trains, is it the steam, is it the noise, is it just the engines, is it the speed? What do you like about the trains?
Well, I like knowing the number on it and the noise. It's quite fun. I just like trains.
Do you want to be a train driver, Zach, when you grow up?
Yeah, I do.
So Mummy's going to be buying you lots of toy trains for Christmas and birthdays then. Is that right, Mum?
Yes, he's always getting lots of train things, and likes coming out with Grandad and Granny on train trips. They go to all sorts of stations and places looking at the steam trains.
Zach, tell us a little bit about when you were interviewed last time and why you were interviewed.
Well, I was interviewed because it was a football match and there was this lady and it was all about her.
You happened to be playing, didn't you?
Yes.
And you were playing?
Yeah.
And you were on Sky Satellite Television, is that correct?
Sky Sports.
Sky
Sports.
Sports.
My word, that's fantastic. That is quite fantastic. Can you remember anything about the day? What was the best thing about the day?
Scoring.
You scored, did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
My word. Well, you'll have to, join the BBC or something and become either a cameraman or a presenter and read the news, although I think Millie would be a good newsreader. Yeah. Well, I hope you have a lovely, lovely day today before you go back to school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So stay dry, stay warm and get something to eat and drink, won't you?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you ever so much indeed for joining us, and you can say
Thanks.
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 Thank you.
Roy Palmer, just tell us very briefly your role here as a driver and your entire love affair with engines and steam.
Well, we are both volunteers, both drivers and firemen on the West Somerset Railway, and have been for the last 20 odd years. Our job primarily is to fire the engine to make the steam that we need to do the job we're going to do. Mine is to drive the train within the speed limits and arrive at the destination on time. Our biggest problem, of course, is we have to observe all the rules and regulations, we have to observe the signals. So whilst the fireman's job is physically a lot harder, a driver's job mentally is you have to be alert. And that's really the essence of it.
I'm the fireman. I have to produce the steam to keep the driver happy when it's required. And also keep an eye on the boiler water level to make sure that it's always safe, so that we don't scorch the top of the box and cause a problem with the fusible plugs leaking.
So this has always been your role within this industry to operate in this sphere?
I've been on this railway since it started. My father was the first CME down here. We've saved this engine from Barry Scrapyard. I've always been into railways. Always.
And how did it all start for you, Roy?
As a very young boy, I've got a twin brother, and we used to go, Mum and Dad used to take us to Devon, and of course naturally that was Great Western Railway territory. This is the late 50s, early 50s, late 40s, early 50s, and we used to stand on Timothy Wall and take train numbers. And then when I retired, I needed something to do. My wife kicked me out and said, go and be a volunteer on the West Somerset Railway, and I've been doing that now for the last 21 years. And unfortunately I had I was going to say pleasure, but it was no pleasure, to meet Raymond Lee, and we're now great mates, and we do quite a number of turns together and thoroughly enjoy the company and what we do. So it's as simple as that.
That's wonderful. How long have you known Ray?
Too long.
Far too long. 20, maybe 22, 23 years. So yeah, for as long as I've been coming to the West Somerset Railway.
So tomorrow morning it's a spring on another steam engine on another railway, but yeah, I love it.
Thank you very much indeed, gentlemen, for your time.
Thank you very much.
We're very fortunate. I've got a few very fascinating individuals here who lined up, who are very kindly consented just to give us their views as to why they feel that this has been a special time for them. And I'm going to begin first of all with Dave. Dave, without your tea being spilt all over the shop, I'm going to ask you, first time here or have you done this for many years, and if so, why?
No, we're quite regular visitors, my wife and I, and we like to meet up with obviously our friends, Pam, Paul and Jerry. So it's a nice special occasion for us. We don't see each other apart from the galas, but again, it's a nice event for us. We've got some nice weather, nice company, so yeah, we enjoy it.
So Pam, what's been for you the best moment or moments of today?
Everything really. I mean, I've taken quite a few photographs. I quite enjoyed doing it. So it's been great.
Come down to see Pam, catch up with Pam, all the gossip and the rest of our friends. It's just lovely.
Thank you very much indeed for your time. Julian, just tell us what you do here and why you enjoy doing this marvellous job.
Well, what more could you ask for? I mean, beautiful country station, lovely locomotives, nice people most of the time. I dispatch the trains on the instructions of the PIC, John Oldfield down there today, and on certain occasions I also stand in as person in charge as well. It's Gala day today, and well, it's a lovely day.
So you're back again?
We're back again, yes. We're heading back towards Minehead now for the last time. And then our glorious day is over.
Do you sleep in this train overnight?
Don't tell my wife that. Well, I kiss it and cuddle it.
He loves this engine more than he loves his wife.
My daughter's name is written up there because I've been.
I can't see that from here.
Oh, we got to go.
We've got to go.
Right away, driver.
Right away. Thank
Nice
you
to
so
see
much
you all.
indeed.
You take care.
Have a lovely evening.
Right now. Bye for now. Bye. Bye.